Guys, me and Bub are back for another install video to keep y'all informed on how to build race trucks, even though we're kind of mediocre at it, but you know, at least we're honest. Bubba's over there gathering some parts. That's we got the shorty up on the rack. We're about to do some more work to it, so let's take a look at the traction bars we got for it. Very nice, very nice. Some tubular bars, full bolt-on kit. He had some traction bars made for this that ended up being like 2 feet too long, and so we had some custom ordered bars that are much shorter, and then Bubba's getting all the joints and stuff. We got to put them together, but we're hoping that we measured this correctly and that this goes together, but we're not 100% sure because we didn't really measure this great. And yeah, let's hope it works.
What is 6 inches?
Well, so we measured 48, so I told him 42 on the bars because of Heinz. It looks a little short. So, you know, 6 inches is apparently a lot, Bubba.
It looks a little average.
Is that average?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, quick plug. They're a little bit dirty because of how dusty this shop gets. But we do have a bunch of fender braces in stock. I've got about probably 50 raw sets, and then I've got probably 5 sets that are powdered. I've got black, I've got like a Delmonico color, I've got Illusion Ice, white, and there might be one other set somewhere. And then we've got some fuse box covers that are already powdered. Now the pre-powdered ones are not on the website, so if you want one of these, you do need to call the shop. But if you hop on the website, you can order the raw ones at any time if you want to do your own. If you buy these raw ones right here, it's all CNC laser cut and CNC bent to where every brace is exactly the same. And then if you buy the raw ones, they will come with a stainless badge that rivets right there. Very easy install. These literally take probably less than 10 minutes to put on the truck. Just a little plug. Here's kind of a little picture to show you the difference. Oh yeah, that's a stock fender brace. That's the new one. Voila. Also, big shout out to my boy at BDS Fabrication. He custom made and sent us a tip for the blue truck. He said he was tired of seeing it with no exhaust tip, and I kind of agree with him. So he sent us one. Huge shout out to him. He's got a really nice hat too. It's got a little metal badge. We need to do some of these hats. I really like that. But thank you. Appreciate you. All right, guys. A little bit of bad news on the 5th Gen Show truck build. We kind of started tearing into it a little bit more this week, and we just took the fender flares off. And first off, I'm not a fan of fender flares, so I would love to have seen them gone in the first place. But we took the fender flares off, and we found some, you know, kind of suspecting but unsuspecting damage. But let's take a look at one of the problems we're going to have now. Trying to get this thing ready for UCC. I think we can still do it. I just called Dodge, and I ordered, you know, some more parts, but let's go over it. So, as you can see, we got the fender flares off. These are the factory flares. And so after the 4th Gen body style and the 5th Gen, they actually made it where they popped in, which is way better because you didn't get the gap after a long time. You know, some 4th Gen fender flares, like even on my blue truck, you can see there's a gap from it moving. But on a 5th Gen, there is not. So, a long time ago, when Gabe owned this truck, he liked to put really wide wheels on trucks. And for some god-awful reason, he did that. And he's rubbed it once, and you can see this fender is completely crinkled and bowed. And, I mean, it's tore up. He warped it so much that it's got into this door a little bit. But it's just the fender, luckily. The door is still straight. All the body lines look great. Not really that big of a deal. It's just a front fender. And we were literally going to paint the bottom of it anyway. So now this just gives us the ability to hopefully pre-paint the new fenders we just ordered. And that's even less that the painter has to do when he finally gets this thing. So we're going to take these fenders off for him, kind of speed up that process for him, and hopefully get something going. But yeah, it's a little messed up. This one's crinkled. We got this dent right here. We're going to have that fixed. That's not a big deal at all. And then on the other side, this one is crinkled a little bit, not as much, but he did. I mean, you can see he hit it. So, and it kind of knocked the body line off. So luckily it's just the fenders, like I said, not the doors. Actually, there's a little bit of good news to that. So I dropped my new short bed off at paint, not even thinking about it. That bed must have came off a lower trim truck because it didn't have factory fender flares on that bed, which I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. We'll add fender flares. Well, 15 fender flares, the bed will have holes in it and they pop into it. So I was like, gosh, how are we going to drill all these holes and make them line up perfectly and blah, blah, blah. Well, now the problem has kind of fixed itself because we are getting rid of the fender flares completely to give it that smooth body look, which I will love because that's how the single cab is. It doesn't have fender flares from the factory. So it'll get that smooth look. I'm kind of excited to have the smooth fenders instead of the fender flares. So the whole just side of the truck will just be glass. And it's not really that big of a deal. The fenders were surprisingly cheap. They were like $400 a piece. I don't know if you've ever bought new Ram OEM fenders. My 3rd gen fenders, I paid more than that for. So pretty happy with how cheap we got the fenders. We got them ordered, not a big deal. Hopefully this doesn't hold us up any for UCC, but not that big of a deal. We'll see. All right, guys, we got Peyton Harris's 3rd gen up and running. We got the trans and neutral, checking some fluids and stuff like that. We've been trying to start it for actually about an hour. We had a wiring problem where when you would turn the key over, the truck would not start. It would just shut all the gauges off and act really weird. Come to find out, the aftermarket battery terminals we got, when you tighten them down, it was creating a gap. So not everything on the hot side was actually getting power. Very, very odd thing. We took a little bridge off and tightened them down with just nuts and it started right up. It's crazy how just some little bitty cheap made aftermarket part can cause you this many problems. But we got it running. We're gonna let everything cycle and still gotta finish the exhaust on this thing. We need a couple adapters, but she's running, sounds healthy. We're gonna check some fluids and hopefully have this thing running and driving around this week. We gotta do some intercooler stuff, but we'll see. Hey, Bub, you got a confession to make? Did you break it?
It wasn't me, it was Brian.
I know it, Brian. Brian don't do nothing. Look at him. Look at his little Iron Man looking butt.
Get it, Daddy.
Oh, God. I got that on camera. Bo. Alright, so for anyone that doesn't just automatically know what we're doing, what are we doing, Bubba?
Busting U joints.
Busting U joints. We're actually we're doing it the proper way that everyone should do a SEMA truck. You're actually taking the U joints out. We're powdering both axle ends, and then we have to try and put these together without ruining them. And then we're going to ruin them about 3 times, and then Chad's going to redo them about 4 times.
We're going about 6 U joints.
6 U joints, 37 more trucks, two more fenders.
Nah, you don't need that.
Nah. Did you examine the fenders? Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, pretty, yeah.
Yeah, they look really good. But Bub's gonna get these U joints out. Brian's over there just cutting the world away trying to burn my truck down. But yeah, we booking it over here. Brian, do we have progress?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't need that. That's just frame. Who needs frame? Where are we coming from? No. Get it, Bo. Slight update on the deck plate build. Waiting on some parts. We got a couple seals and stuff in. We've been working on the truck. If you see this, Lucas, we have not forgot you. We have been working on the truck. We got the seats in. These are the seats out of the teal truck. You go wide angle where y'all can see it. These are the seats out of the teal truck. I don't know what he's going to do about seat belts. I mean, they look fine and function fine. I just didn't know if he likes the color combo. But got the fire punk shifter mounted up. We had to kind of adapt the bracket a little bit and make it work with these aftermarket seats. But yeah, shifters in, all that stuff. We've got the engine sitting here almost ready to go, hoping to probably put it in next week. We've been ordering new fuel lines, stuff like that. It's a 5.9 truck, and we had to adapt to a 6.7 rail. And then we just had this police distribution block kit come in. And I don't think we're waiting on any more lines or fittings besides the rail supply line, are we, bub? Fuel side, I think we're good.
Should be it, yeah.
Yeah, so this thing's about ready to go in. We got to figure out what we're going to do for intercooler piping because it was a 5.9 truck, so all the 5.9 intercooler stuff will not work. We also got to plug this hole, and then we got to relocate the 5.9 IAT sensor. So not bad. This did not come with it. This is a King Speed elbow, and this is a D&J side draft. The thing is, if you're actually wanting to do this and you order it, they do not fit. We had one of these on my drag truck, and we had to literally like waller this channel out a lot. We had to take a lot of material on the drag truck.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. We actually took so much material that we did go through it and had to weld it back in. So just warning you, if you buy a D&J side draft head, that will not go on. Don't know what we're going to do for intercooler stuff, but this was mine for another project, and I just kind of brought it over here to see if it would work, even though I knew it wouldn't. We'll put her back on the parts shelf. Got some other billet goodies hanging out there, but on the shelf, our new turbo covers came in back from powder, so we're about ready for the compound kit. Honestly, we could probably put the turbos on with the engine out here, but I think it'd be in the way when we went to set it. So we'll probably drop the engine in middle of next week. All right, guys, quick announcement I wanted to make to close out this video. Keep in mind, UCC is coming up in the first week of June. That is the event where we will be hopefully unveiling the new 5th gen build, and we will also be a part of that event. We're helping with the show and shine this year along with SMG. So we're helping coordinate the trophies, coordinate the shows, and help get more vendors and sponsors there. But make sure to come on out to UCC. It is actually probably my favorite event of the year. It's definitely top 2 for me. As far as diesel events go, my favorite by far. I would probably even put it over mine. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on camera though. But thank y'all for watching. We've been killing the videos. Y'all have been killing the watching the video part. But thank y'all. Stay tuned. Heard he was talking. Smack.
I'm gonna get it again.